Pinnacle Fighting Championships is brought to you by Intimidation Clothing. Impose your will.
Pittsburgh Challenge Series number 4. Amran Aliyev in the red trunks against Anthony Durnell in the blue and white Intimidation Clothing trunks. And this is one I know you had circled all night.
Oh, this is my pick for the fight of the night right here. Durnell is just beast. Straight up brings it every time he comes to fight. Same can be said for Aliyev. Aliyev, I think, is maybe the more aggressive of the two, but Durnell is definitely more technical.
And you actually fought Anthony Durnell in what was his last fight, and took home the decision win. Anthony Durnell did, and now looks to move to 3-0 in the Pinnacle Fighting Championships cage.
Oh, he had a well-earned fight tonight. You know, he played a game plan perfectly against me. Did everything he needed to do to be on top that night, and he came out the better man. Hats off to him, and I hope he does the same thing tonight.
And that's something that Durnell and a lot of the Fight Club Pittsburgh guys do perfectly, is game plan. It's a gym run by fighters, for fighters, everything with fighters, and they're all great game planners. He has a wealth of guys. Oh, and a nice knee there from Anthony Durnell. Nice body kick as well.
That's one thing I like that Durnell does very well. Oh, great head kick right there. His lead leg is a weapon. Most people use that rear leg and really try to chop you down. Durnell picks you apart with that like it's a jab, but it hurts.
Kind of like the Kama Worthy fight style. Maybe that's who we learned that from.
Well, I think those guys all play off each other nicely down there. It's a great place to start training.
I know Anthony Durnell in this fight expected Aliyev to be probably a lot more aggressive than he has been already. And Durnell even told me earlier when I talked to him that he expected Aliyev to be very aggressive, and he's going to pick him apart with counter-striking, which is kind of what his game plan is. And that's exactly what his teammate Justin Steve did when they fought back in December. Looks like we were stopped there momentarily for what looked like to be an incidental eye poke. But Aliyev is a game fighter and ready to go here. And Durnell obviously apologetic for what definitely was an accident. A nice big head kick there right off of the bat. That front lead head kick, which you don't see a lot in MMA.
Well, I think Amran Aliyev is just answering that, back from Durnell. Durnell throws that lead leg a lot, and Aliyev's trying to take his game plan and make this fight his. And he needs to take Anthony off his whole mindset, really. Of just, I want to sit there and pick you apart from a range. Aliyev either needs to step back or step in, but that range right there has got to change.
And Aliyev's starting to be a little bit more aggressive here, which may even play into the game plan of Durnell. Saw Durnell doing a lot of shadow boxing earlier, and you could tell that he definitely was expecting Aliyev to be a pretty aggressive fighter coming out in this, which he has been in his entire career thus far.
Well, historically, Aliyev, is a stand in front of you, and I'm going to swing to one of those drops kind of guy, and that's the most exciting fights for me, anyway, that I like to watch. But you can tell in his posture, he's just a straight-up kickboxer. Look at how he stands there. Very tall. Even though he's not a basketball player by any means, he's standing like he's over 6.5 feet tall, just trying to own the cage physically.
Now looking for the clinch here, and Aliyev actually ends up with the tie collar here with a nice big elbow over the top. Lands it. Durnell gets out of there.
Aliyev with a great counter clinch there. I'm very impressed with that work. Durnell is strong inside, and Aliyev just kind of shrugged it off and took a position of his own.
Durnell telegraphed an outside leg kick there.
Both fighters still kind of looking to find their range, it seems like, and they came out guns blazing early on. Neither of them really established the jab. Neither of them really established the low leg kick yet. Ooh, Durnell with a big overhand right there.
Like Aliyev has a cut over his left eye. I'm not sure if that was from the eye poke or what that was from.
Well, I don't know if it was an eye poke so much as a toe maybe that got him from a head kick. And being the class act he is, Durnell's kind of backed off and let him recover.
Durnell throwing a lot of kicks here early on. You'll see that from Durnell. A lot of pinpoint technique strikes and a lot of counter strikes, but Durnell being a little bit more aggressive even here in the early going than what I expected.
Absolutely. This is a different side of him that I've yet to see. And I think it is opponent-based. He knows that Aliyev is tough. He knows Aliyev is going to bring it, so he has to come with it too.
And a very confident Anthony Durnell told me in this fight that he doesn't want to go to any more decisions, and he said, I will finish this fight. So, him looking to maybe get to the next level as well with the win over a tough guy like Aliyev. And Durnell really turning it on. You see Aliyev with the tie clinch there with a couple of big knees, and Durnell releases off of the cage.
That is the one problem with having that half clinch in, though, is you don't have full control. Aliyev did have half a tie there, but Durnell, great timing. Blocked the knee with the elbow, countered with the other hand.
Nice right hand there. Nice lead right hand there from Durnell. And Durnell is will be a guy who will mix it up a lot, not always just lead with that left hand or lead with that lead front kick.
After we fought, he actually came up to me and said he wanted to give me the mixed bag. You know, he wanted to keep me guessing, and he's very good at that. He's doing the same thing so far. Aliyev with another good clinch, though. Aliyev very stoic in his approach. He's standing there toe-to-toe. Hasn't really popped off a lot of offense yet, but he looks like he's waiting to explode.
Aliyev, in fights that I've seen before, he kind of is usually a slow starter, which Durnell can tend to be as well as a counter striker. Oh, Durnell with the takedown, and Amran Aliyev flips him off there. They're back to their feet. Neither one of these guys really want to. Oh, big right hand there from Durnell as Aliyev just walks right through it. What a great first round we have here.
Waved him in and got a right hand and a knee in the face for that.
And looked happy. Happy.
He shrugged that right off.
Pinnacle Fighting Championships is brought to you by Intimidation Clothing. Impose your will.
Come here, sir. You ready? Come on, let's fight.
And Durnell told me that he probably thought he would finish this fight in the second round, and that's the round that we're in right now. So.
Well, Aliyev is still, I just can't believe he's maintaining that distance. He hasn't really found a whole lot of success from there, and he stays right there and not bothered by anything, it seems, which is, big combo by Aliyev. Well blocked by Durnell.
And this is where we, usually in a lot of his fights is where I've seen Aliyev really start to just open up is in the second round, kind of feels out in the first round, almost like an Anderson Silva type of style, and then really just opens up and kind of just like goes 100%. For the rest of the fight.
Well, I think both big knee by Durnell. I think I rocked Aliyev. Both these guys are swinging now, though.
I don't know if that was a big knee or it almost looked like a head kick that landed there.
It seemed that he went for the head kick, but Aliyev closed the distance in the wrong angle and ended up hitting the knee with his face.
And Aliyev now looking for the takedown. And as a striker, looking for a takedown, that typically means that you're rocked, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you can tell that there's all sorts of telltale signs. I mean, I've had them myself. Head over your knees, shoulders over your knees, bending down, hips way back. You can't complete takedowns in that manner. Believe me, I know I've failed many times. Still keeping the pressure on, still shoulder heavy, looking to take away the breath and the cardio of Durnell here in the second round. Durnell needs to turn in more. Oh, good trip. Aliyev takes Durnell down. It looks like he's in a half guard scenario. Durnell looking to fight, get back to
yeah, kind of like almost like an X guard there for Durnell from the bottom, and now Durnell in full open guard.
Oh, great cage savvy by Durnell. I'm gonna go ahead and give him extra points for that. Feet up on the fence. I am a big advocate of that. It just changes the whole weight distribution, helps you with your bump sweeps, helps with so many things. That is your buddy.
They're now looking for the escape there, but Aliyev just hangs on, and Aliyev now standing up in Durnell's guard, and Durnell opens up his guard, almost begging Aliyev to pass here. And Durnell, I can't tell whether he has the head or not, but it looks like he might be looking for a choke.
Yeah, Durnell is pulling the head down to posture. To his credit, Aliyev, very, very smart move, getting just a little bit of distance away from the fence so Durnell can't kick off and look for that sweep. Aliyev posturing up, but Durnell controlling the head.
Aliyev very heavy right there in that guard, almost like a wrestler stance, what a lot of wrestlers like to do, posture up and just stack a fighter and just go to town on him. And Durnell looking for that left arm here. Maybe looking for a Kimura, but he looks like he gave it up. Now they're now looking for the guillotine choke on the left side.
Great flow. Great jiu-jitsu flow right there. Go to Kimura. If that doesn't work, go to the bump sweep. Doesn't work, go back to a guillotine. Repeat, repeat, repeat. And Anthony is great at that.
And Durnell, I think, needs to get his butt scooted out a little bit more in order to finish this choke.
I would like to see Amran go to try to pass his guard and provide some offense here. He seems content with just staying inside the closed or sometimes open guard of Anthony Durnell, but I haven't seen much offense mounted from here. I'm actually surprised Snyder hasn't stood them up.
And Durnell doing a good job of defensive jiu-jitsu here on the ground. Really just not giving Aliyev very many openings here. Aliyev taking advantage of the openings when he gets them and throwing the big shots and elbows. But Durnell staying busy from the bottom, throwing elbows. And referee Chip Snyder stands them up.
Very overdue. And I just saw Aliyev wipe his eye again. I don't know what that means, if he's got a mouse maybe or something. Oh, Superman punch.
And Aliyev looked tired there. He didn't look like he was ready to go as the referee restarted them. And Durnell with a big knee in the clinch there. This clinch work will take a lot of gas out of you.
Anthony now is going to look to swing again. Both guys just scrambling for all their worth. They both are looking a little bit tired. Durnell, maybe the fresher of the two, but it's hard to tell with that expressionless face of Amran. I mean, he is just a machine out there.
And Durnell back to the center of the cage, and Durnell starting to put together the combos. The big knee in the clinch and a jumping knee there in the clinch. And another, and Aliyev grabs his leg looking for the takedown and gets the takedown. But Durnell with the sweep and now ends up on top. And Aliyev pulls guard here just to get in a good defensive position.
I don't know if that was superior technique or Amran being a little bit tired, but Anthony jumped essentially as a half guard and then used it to sweep almost into a mount position. But Amran, great job getting Durnell back into his guard, but is not closing, not looking to threaten really. A few short elbows from the bottom, the guard now closed. Durnell looking to press up and punch through.
Just a great evenly matched fight here, which is what we've come to expect from the Pinnacle Fighting Championships. You can expect more great evenly matched fights at Pinnacle Fighting Championships number 5 on Thanksgiving Eve right here back at the Isoplex in Cannonsburg. As you heard earlier, Mark Jericho on the card, Joey Holt, a crowd favorite in Ohio. Also, Kama Worthy making his Pinnacle Fighting Championships return, and I'm sure a lot of other big names will be on the card. As Durnell finishes out this round here, in top position, you got to figure that he maybe stole this one again here in the second round. It looked like Aliyev may have had this run in the bag, but it was Durnell closing it out at the end of the second round.
Pinnacle Fighting Championships is brought to you by Intimidation Clothing. Impose your will.
Looks like a guy possessed here, and I think he wants to come out and finish this fight and not let it go to the judges.
Historically, Anthony is the nicest guy in MMA you'll ever meet, but always a loud character the third round. I think it's a big press in between on the stool I saw, too. Anthony looks a little bit fresher. Both guys are pretty snappy with their strikes thus far, though, so who knows? It's hard to tell with Amran.
Both of these guys, great conditioning, as you would expect, in the 135-pound division. And Aliyev forcing the clinch here up against the cage, looking for maybe the takedown here, maybe looking for a trip. As Durnell has the overhook on the left side, looking to get Aliyev away from him, as he definitely has been kind of the aggressor in the striking through 2 rounds.
I don't know what sort of judo Amran possesses, but he's got a body lock here, and I don't see him looking back to elevate, really. I've got to think he's going for a judo trip, but he's not hitting the proper angle. Durnell now turns back in.
And good head positioning here from Amran Aliyev.
Absolutely, it just stifled the pummeling attempt by Durnell. And now we have double underhooks here displayed by Amran, and he's really looking to take this fight to the ground, it seems. I don't know if that's his or his coach's behest, but he is not letting go of this body lock and definitely looking to pressure in on the fence against Anthony Durnell.
Amran still doing a good job of the head position. You want to put your forehead on your opponent's jaw, and because it really just eliminates any offense that he may have up against the cage.
Not only that, as you know, the body has to follow the head, and with your own, you can kind of dictate by placing your dome in that guy's shin where he's going, where his whole body is, where his weight's being distributed to.
Then you can kind of overcompensate a little bit and then eat a knee to the face, as Aliyev just did.
Absolutely, as we just saw there. Durnell's great at that. I mean, both these guys, as consummate professionals, both know the game in and out. This is why this is my pick and fight of the night. So far, it has delivered.
And Durnell does a great job of just doing the little things in a fight, hitting the knees, from nowhere, just doing the small things that win a fight and keep him in good positions.
Now Anthony now going the long way around the back. He might get a sweep here, and almost does. He finds Durnell on the bottom now, looking to close the guard against Amran, and he does. Now, it was an interesting takedown. I'm not even sure how to describe it, but both fighters are down now, and now we are seeing some work from the ground and pound position.
And Durnell is kind of the fighter that you would think as a basketball player, the hustler, the guy who does little things, throws elbows on the bottom, slaps the guy's ears. And, as a guy with a military background who's fought all over the world, in Germany and Poland, Switzerland, Finland, you got to expect a guy like Anthony Durnell to have a lot of experience coming into the cage, and that's kind of like the savvy veteran side of what he does inside the cage.
Absolutely, and he's needing it all right now against Amran, who is putting some heavy pressure on from the top position. As schooled as you can be in this game, if you're not used to taking a punch, all your training, everything goes out the window. Anthony has been through wars, like you said, and he's used to it. And thank goodness for that, because Amran is bringing it right now.
Amran, as we said, representing Team Bomb Squad out of New York, which is the gym that originally produced John Jones, UFC light heavyweight champion. Also is the home of current top bantamweight prospect Aljamain Sterling. So a lot of great training partners for Aliyev here. Definitely coming from a top-notch camp. Just the same as Anthony Durnell does, coming from Fight Club Pittsburgh with Mark Jericho, Justin Steve, Cody Garbrandt, and Shane Chernacki, who we'll see here in our main event.
Very true. Both fighters are just top of the barrel, top of the heap. However you want to put it, these guys are top tier, and they're putting it all on display right now. Both fighters back up to their feet again. Durnell doing a great job of not being too inactive on the bottom so he can stand up. Both these guys starting to look a little bit fatigued, though.
Aliyev looking for the single leg on the left leg of Anthony Durnell, and Anthony Durnell doing a great job of just keeping his balance with his right leg as Aliyev pulls his left leg off of the canvas and looks to try to finishes that trip takedown. A great trip takedown there from Amran Aliyev. Ends up in the guard of Anthony Durnell. Maybe too little too late here for Aliyev, though, as we both had him losing the first 2 rounds.
The good thing I do like about what Amran Aliyev is showing us right now is that he is in the 3rd round. He very well may be down 2 rounds now, but he's looking to finish. And if he can't finish right away, he's looking to set it up. He's still scoring. He's going for it. He's trying to finish this fight and will not just sit there contently in guard.
That's the same thing you're going to expect from Anthony Durnell. He's never going to cruise home to a decision win. Definitely a consummate professional, a game fighter, guy who just absolutely loves to fight. I don't think he's going to take any of his time inside the cage to cruise. I think he enjoys all 15 minutes that he's inside the cage.
He is such a competitor and is such a good human being that he even tells me that he thought he did cruise, and I wanted to ask him when. I don't remember that at all.
10 seconds here to go.
The fight, though, I got to say Durnell's on top. Unless Aliyev pulls something out in the next 5, this fight's going to go to Durnell.